So guys, today we got our first look at the upcoming Halo campaign Evolved. And guys, in some ways, it's a thing of beauty, and I cannot wait to talk about it. Don't fall down. But I can't wait to talk about it, so we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. So diving right in, guys, Halo campaign Evolved, there's a lot to talk about. The game, graphically, I feel it looks fantastic. This is the best looking Halo game we've had in a long time. But really what I want to talk about is not necessarily the graphics of the game, but really the gameplay, because they already have like full playthroughs out of Silent Cartographer. And for me personally, after watching the trailer for Campaign Evolved, I was like, I'm all in. This sounds great. New missions. The game looks awesome. Like, I can't wait to play this reimagining of Halo Combat Evolved. And that's what I was really hoping. I wanted, expanded levels, more story, more missions, more vehicles, more weapons in the sandbox, more things. Just a reimagining of Halo Combat Evolved. Because if you're going to touch Halo CE again, that's what it needs to be. Otherwise, I feel like you're kind of wasting our time, because we have Halo Combat Evolved, we have Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, which is just it's Halo Combat Evolved with a new skin on top of it. Whether it looks better or worse is completely up to you. But, if you're going to go back to Halo CE and do something with it, you have to give us more, because we already have that first game, we have a remaster of that game, and now if we're going to go back, we have to have a reason to come back. And since we are going back, I expected expanded levels, more vehicles, more weapons, more races of the Covenant that weren't in the original game. And honestly, from what they've shown us so far, it basically doesn't really look like that. The only thing that I saw that was truly new as far as the toys in the sandbox was we get to use the energy sword now. That's awesome. We've always wanted to see that in a Halo CE remake, but I didn't see brutes. I didn't see drones. I didn't see, needle rifles. I didn't see beam rifles, sniper jackals, things like that. Things that I feel like would make a remake, things that I thought we would see in an actual remake of CE. And honestly, that's kind of like my whole problem with the Halo campaign Evolved, and that's that, why are we going back to Halo CE if we aren't going to do more with CE? And trust me, as someone who adores Halo Combat Evolved, I get them wanting to stay faithful to what that game is trying to do. But the thing is, as I mentioned before, we already have Halo Combat Evolved. We have its remaster. If we're going to go back, we should really go back. Do something really new and fresh. Don't just redo the cinematics and just try to tiptoe around changing the levels. Really, do something bold with these missions. Do things that, we don't expect. And I will say that, there are some changes that they've talked about in the little breakdown video that they did going into all the things they announced about Campaign Evolved. The thing that really got me excited was the idea of the flood elements that we saw in Halo 3 being introduced to Halo CE. I mean, just the idea of seeing Combat Evolved Marines getting transformed into the flood like we saw in Halo 3 happening in CE. Oh, that sounds to me like we're going to get an M-rated Halo game again. That sounds awesome. Even small details like whenever they are shooting the Covenant, you actually saw blood splatters in the environment. Things we don't really see in Halo anymore. This looks like Halo, a return to form for Halo, which is a great thing. This is Halo obviously getting its identity back. And that's great. That's awesome. And the fact that it's also going to PlayStation, I feel like this is just, they're trying to hit the reset button, not necessarily on the Halo franchise, but, getting all these new players from PlayStation and just revitalizing the franchise with a game that kind of looks safe to me. The story of Halo Combat Evolved is great. It's perfect, in my opinion, to be expanded on. I was really kind of hoping with a remake of Halo CE that we'd see some of the story elements introduced in the Flood novel, for example. Or maybe missions where we get to play as the Arbor. That would make the opening of Halo 2 so much more impactful if we actually get to see his failure firsthand in this game. And who knows, maybe we will in some fashion. We do know that there are extra missions in this game. That they said there's going to be 3 extra missions that take place as a prequel to the story of Halo Combat Evolved, where we get to see new environments, new enemies, and some new story elements with Johnson. That, to me, is the most exciting part of this whole thing. The idea of us potentially getting to play as Master Chief on Reach? Dude, that's what I want to see. I want to see new stuff like that. I was hoping that this remake would have, not just like brutes or new weapons. I want a scarab battle in Halo Combat Evolved, in a remake of Halo Combat Evolved. I wanted to land on Silent Cartographer on that beach, and I wanted to see scarabs on that beach. That's a beach landing, man. You know, I mean, the whole idea of this, you know, sci-fi D-Day beach landing scene that they have in Halo CE was awesome in 2001. I wanted to see what that looks like reimagined now with today's technology. And they did step it up with the cinematics, you know, showing a spirit getting blown up in a cinematic. I kind of hope that that's the kind of stuff we can do in gameplay, though. You know, I want to see us taking down scarabs like we were taking down phantoms in Halo 3. Those are things. Give us things that we didn't know we wanted in Halo CE when we were originally playing it in 2001. That's the point of going back and remaking this game. And guys, I know I'm kind of all over the place with this. This news is so new and fresh, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of two minds when it comes to a Halo Combat Evolved remake. Because on one hand, Halo Campaign Evolved looks and sounds fantastic. I loved seeing elements of the game like the plasma rifle, which we haven't seen or used in a Halo game in what feels like forever. It looked like Halo, it sounded like Halo, and there's so many Halo fans that feel like we haven't gotten a Halo game that felt and looked and sounded like Halo since Bungie stopped making Halo games. And this looks the part, it sounds the part, and I can't wait to play it as a Halo fan. But on the other side, I'm thinking, man, if we're gonna remaster Halo and revisit Halo Combat Evolved, give us a reason to want to do that. You know what I mean? Go big, go bold. Give us a scarab battle missions. Give us like introduce new vehicles like Hornet. Give us like an air battle mission with Hornets and Banshees, and just do crazy things that you couldn't do in 2001. But at the end of the day, guys, those are kind of my thoughts on the Halo Campaign Evolved announcements. On one hand, the game looks and sounds great. I'm so excited as a Halo fan to have a Halo game that looks and sounds like Halo again. But on the other hand, I kind of wanted a remake of Halo Combat Evolved that was more of a reimagining of Halo Combat Evolved. You know, new vehicles, new weapons, new races of the Covenant, scarabs, brutes, all that stuff that weren't in Halo CE. And I kind of wanted my remake of Halo CE to be more or less, I don't want it to be so safe. You know, I want it to be a bolder remake of the game that, you know, didn't tread so closely to what we've done before. And at least from what we've seen so far, it looks pretty safe. Hopefully with these 3 extra missions, we see a lot of the things that I'm hoping that we're going to be in the whole game. So as a Halo fan, I'm very excited. But guys, what do you guys think of the announcements of Halo Combat Evolved? Are you going to be playing on PlayStation? That's crazy. But either way, as a Halo fan, I can't wait to try it for myself. But guys, let me know down in the comments what you think. And guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.